Um, I thought we defended great the first half. When you have 12 turnovers and go 11 for 29 and give up 29 points, so I try to focus on that. But and I think they had us really confused the way they were changing defenses, and especially, the fact that we had so many empty possessions. But second half, you look. I think everybody that played was great in some part aspect of the game. The way Jordan started the second half, I think he set the tone. It was a lot like Memphis. He started dominating inside. Ben Moore's getting better by the second. Um, Sterling got out of bed to play. Um, and he passed up some shots early, and then I think he on both ends, that's as good as he's played to me, and shake everybody. And then you see Nick. The numbers don't mean anything. Just the fact that he's playing, he's trying to guard, he's trying to do the right thing. I think is more apparent to his teammates than maybe other people. So that's something that's really huge. Pardon me? We've won before where he hasn't scored. I don't think he can't go by you. Every time out they're trying to ice it, and then when I take him out, he gets mad at me. Um, and 3 years ago, if you told me that um, Thursday would be a day I would really dread, um, I would have said no. But see what he's done, um, see what Marcus has done, what he's been through, and Jordan. It's great, but the investment Nick and Marcus is, in this program has been pretty incredible, and I think probably next year with Ben and Sterling will say the same thing. But Nick, Thursday, I hope he gets a chance to at least be, you know, as good as he's going to be, and then I just hope everybody comes and realizes what a treat it's been to have him and Marcus Jordan be doing something pretty special.
Is the way the team was rallying around those three, Shake and Dre has talked about finishing strong for the seniors, sending them out the right way. Is the way the team's rallying around those three different from past years, past senior classes?
Well, the stakes are a little different. Coach came up to me after the game, said some unbelievable things about our kids, and then personally about some individuals, and then how sad it is, in his mind, what's going on. I say that people get mad at me, but I think everybody understands. We got 2 games left, and each game, is so meaningful for those guys. Um, so I think the young kids understand that. I don't think they're alone in how they feel. Um, but my thing is they're so fortunate to watch those kids play and lead, and I think it's going to make their careers better.
Is the reality that there's really not going to be a postseason setting in, is this causing them problems at this point in time?
I think it's affected us for the last month. I could see, but I also see that they're affected that you're playing 7 guys. And you can't practice. You get playing guys hurt. Sterling Brown's got the flu or whatever, and he wants to play. I mean, I'm like I say so many times, I'm just so thankful to be part of this. I don't think about that other stuff. The stupid people making a stupid choice, in my mind. But the reality is the way the people have responded to these kids and what they've accomplished. I think we won 24 games. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty. People don't do that all the time, you know, and they did it, you know, with a lot of obstacles. So I'm just looking forward to Thursday and hope people feel the way, you know, I feel about those kids. You got to talk up, please. Pardon me? Oh, well, we defended great the whole game. He's going to be great. I looked at their team. If he can keep, you know, this poor guy, every year the guys leave, but if he can keep this young group together with that kind of coach, they're going to be great. That kid, he's very, very skilled. But our strength all year has been Marcus and Jordan and Ben defensively. You know, those kids, every night it's a bonus, a Lawson, a Shaq, you know, Wilshire. You know, it's so, and then they play against each other in practice. So there was some people here to watch Jordan, and, you know, those two, Jordan and Ben, defensively, I think are as good as they get and getting better. Marcus is getting better.
I have a question about your previous game in Memphis when Jonathan Wilfong got to start in his hometown. Was that something that had been planned for a while or just...
How many years have I been coaching, you think?
Starting with the Cougars?
Yeah. I've done that my whole life, you know, because tomorrow's Coach Smith's birthday. So that was something he's always done. And I did it in the pros. I did it and tried to do it in college. You know, he's a big part of our team as well. So I thought that, you know, that's something all the players would want. So we're going to continue to do that. Coach used to try to play a game in somebody's hometown. And if you're at Carolina, it's a little easier to do than maybe at SMU. But it was neat, and he was very good for the short time he played, and the coach probably should play him more.
Who's going to be more emotional Thursday, you or your seniors?
I don't know. I think, you know, well, whatever I say, Tim's going to say the same thing. But I can't imagine how Tim's going to feel. You know, with Nick. You know, he came here, and I'm sure, you know, it's obvious Tim had a lot to do with that. So, but all of us, I think all our coaches are kind of attached to these guys. Senior night's never fun for anybody. But Thursday will be a little bit more difficult, I think. Thank you. I was just kidding. So, but you got me.